Hey, what's up? It's DeHuff. It's another episode of DeHuff Uncensored. I hope you're having a great day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening real quick. That subscribe button, make it your bitch. You're welcome. Boom! Hammer that motherfucker. Anyway, today's podcast is presented to you by Superbook Sports Colorado, as well as Blake Street Tavern, and of course, 1876 Apparel. Click on the link that I put in the description of this podcast, and you're going to see all my picks, the DeHuff picks, and you're going to see some pretty badass merch in there, including my personal favorite right now. It would have to be the thing that I'm in love with the most. Sorry, kids. Sorry, honey. It's these whiskey glasses from 1876 Apparel. You got to check them out. My kids are going to be in therapy in like 20 years, and they're going to be like, oh, well, I was doing great in life. Then I stumbled upon my dad's podcast, and I heard he said he loved these whiskey glasses with a cool little mountain in the middle of them, like in the middle. And anyway, he said he loved them more than he loved us. I'm kidding. Damn it. Don't you try to put that therapy bill on me. I'm, of course, kidding, but you do got to check it out. Again, I get all the credit some of the credit, if you click on that link, the Huff's Picks, and you'll see some of the cool things that I like about 1876 Apparel. A lot to get to today. You guys knocked it out of the park again when it comes to listener interaction. I asked you for some random topics, and of course, you delivered. I do. Before I get into this, I have my first anonymous. The first anonymous, and there's a good reason why he's wanting, I'm assuming it's a dude, it wants to be anonymous. Because the questions or the topics that he brought up, they're a bit weird. So you know what we need to do? Let's dive into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
That's funny. All right, this is the first one, and I actually put this up on a Twitter poll, which I just locked myself out of my DeHuff podcast Twitter account, so that's awesome. Anyway, but this is what it says. From Anonymous, do you split the check on the first date, or do you pick it up? Is there a level of expectations for men to pick it up? Because historically, back in the day, guys would tend to make more money than women. That's obviously changing for a good reason, because it's ridiculous. So what do you guys think on that? Well, I think personally, nowadays, I don't go on dates. I'm married, so it's the same account. But if I was dating my wife, I'm picking up the check. So I put that out on Twitter, and this is what you guys said. As of right now, it says, of course, don't you lock out on me. Okay, it says, do you split the check on the first date? Yes, no, whoever asks pays, or oops, forgot my wallet. That's mine. That's mine if I go out with my buddies. I'll do the slow pat like, where is my wallet? It's around here somewhere. Oh, you got it? Oh, I just found it, but that's cool. You got me? Thanks. So, yes has 12.5%. Whoever asked pays is at 6.3. Oops, I forgot my wallet, 6.3. And no, coming in strong at 75%. So they're saying don't split the check on the first date. I'm saying, listen, as a guy, I pick up the check. I'm just not going to be asking whoever I'm taking out, like my wife. I'm not going to make her, if I'm courting her at the time, to pay. No, I'm not going to do that. So I think it's an interesting question. Obviously, other people are different, and you tell me, if somebody asks you out, are you expecting them to pay for it? It's kind of an interesting thing. Let me know at DeHuff Podcast on my socials. As soon as I can get back into my Twitter account. I'm sure I can still read them, though. Or you can hit me up, dehuffuncensored@gmail.com. This one's gross, and I apologize if it grosses you out. And you don't have to respond. But I did do a Twitter poll on this as well. Do you wipe front to back or back to front? Secondly, do you stand to wipe? And they said you'd be surprised to hear folks try different routes. That is kind of an interesting thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it's kind of disgusting, but kind of interesting. Front to back, 57.6%. Back to front, 33%. Side to side. I don't think anybody does that, but you never know. That's at 9.1%. Well, there you go. That's good water cooler talk. Hey, what do you do? Back to front to back, side to side. Which is it? Let me know. Thanks, Carl. Carl from HR. Why so concerned? If you could move your family anywhere before the impending Civil War number 2 in 5 to 10 years, apparently they're making a guess, where are you going to go? I think that's an interesting question. We just did that episode on the zombie apocalypse, and I think there's a lot of similarities in that. You don't want to be in a very populated area because there's too many people around, and like with the zombie apocalypse, there's too many liabilities around you. There's too many questionable folks around you. You got to go where there's open space for protection and survival, because the less people around you, the more likely you are to survive. You need to be around people that you can trust. And also, if you think about it, you need to be able to grow your crops and stuff like that. So you wouldn't want to be in a city. So that's kind of an interesting question. And you want to be with somebody that knows how to survive. You want to be around that guy. There's somebody in our family that they make their own bullets. They're ready to go. They know how to plant crops all year round. They know what grows well in certain soil conditions versus others. So that's the type of people you need to be really kind of, leaning towards. You got to go, is this person going to get me through some shit times? They might. And that's where you need to go. Be like, well, I got to go where I can survive and bring the family. So it's kind of an interesting thing. And really, honestly, I think the best bet for you is to go in a place like a Wyoming, like a Montana, where there's not much out there. You're less likely to interact with people. Alaska, stuff like that. So it's kind of an interesting thing to think about. And this is the last one from Anonymous. They say, would you trade 2 inches of penis size for a full head of hair? And no, I don't care about hair that much. I don't care. I shave my head. I don't care. It is interesting to me. And I guess it is interesting because I do know a lot of people that are on TV, and that's a hard pill for them to swallow, just when it comes to hair, not their penis size. But you know what I'm saying? Their livelihood is their features that people can see on camera. So their hair and their face. And when they start to go gray, that's a problem. Especially, I would imagine, I need to ask, I was supposed to get Susie Wargin on a while back around Christmas, but I screwed up and I wasn't able to get her on. So I got to get her on. And I also want to talk to Romy Bean, who just won Colorado Broadcaster of the Year. I want to get them on to get a female perspective on stuff like this. Because I feel like it's changing, but still there's still some things that they have to deal with that guys don't have to deal with as much. I think guys can get away with being gray-haired, white-haired on TV, whereas I don't see that very often with women. So you guys have to color your hair more often. So that kind of goes into this conversation. But I think most guys would be like, I don't got much to lose. 2 inches? Are you kidding me? You might as well cut the whole thing off. All right, moving along from that guy. Thanks, Anonymous, you sick fuck. The Damn Grill tweeted in, and he said, what would you rather throw away, love or money? Boy, that's a very deep question. And I appreciate the fact that you didn't go too silly with that, because it is, I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, they're so focused on money and being famous and being TikTok famous or YouTube famous that they forget about what's important in life. I just saw some little blurb on social media right before I popped on here about some guy and his buddy were doing a YouTube video, and they tried to be funny at an airport. I think it was an airport, to take some guy's luggage. And the guy, the owner of the luggage, flipped out and just like started beating on the kid or the teenager that was trying to do it. The police took the side of the teenager and they're like, sir, you can't do that. They're just doing a video. Well, they didn't let me know. I'm assuming that they're stealing shit. And I think we would all respond the same way. If somebody comes up and puts their hands on something that's mine and just tries to walk away with it, I assume that they're a thief. You can't do that shit. And then the teenager's like, no, you know what? I won't press charges. What fucking charges? You're the one that tried to steal shit just to make a video. Oh my God, that pisses me off. But anyway, that kind of goes back to a lot of people are just obsessed with trying to make money and trying to be liked and trying to be to getting these likes and clicks and stuff like that. But they're focused on the wrong things in life. I had a meeting the other day with somebody that they're asking like, so why did you leave the radio station after 18 plus years? And I was like, because I needed to be better at my home life. And that wasn't allowing me to do so. And when I tried to adjust things at the radio station because I needed to have a better home life, they're like, no, we're not going to work with you on that. So I was like, fine, eat a bag of dicks. And I left. I chose love over money. And I still am. It sucks. It's not easy, but I would rather have that. So long and short of it, damn grill, thanks for responding via Twitter. But yeah, I'll go with love because money comes and goes and money's fine. But man, when you find that person that you really love, look at me, I'm getting really deep and emotional. I mean, who cares? Who cares about money? I'd rather have love. William Sanborn, or at Gold Grillard, wrote on Twitter, aliens or porn star? Who does anal probing better? Jesus Christ. I thought Anonymous was bad. I'm going to go with porn star, as does William. William says, I'm going porn star here. There's a reason why aliens want to wipe your mind clear after they give you the old brown eye shuffle. Like it was so bad. They're like, ooh, that's gross. I don't even know where to go with that. William, you're disgusting. I think you answered it for us, okay? By the way, if you know a porn star, I really want to interview a porn star because I really want to know what it's like. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. I just want to know what the daily grind is. I just find that interesting. I'm not going to be a pervert about it completely, but I just want to know. Let me know. I know there's a lot of you out there. There's a lot in Colorado. So let me know. dehuffuncensored@gmail.com. We can disguise your voice. I'll give you VD, voice disguiser. Okay? You're welcome. In advance, let me know. Jesse wrote on Twitter, let's talk about who's better, Chipotle or Qdoba. That's funny because I used to work at Chipotle, and I put that out on Twitter. I said, who do you like better? And 31% say Qdoba. 68.9% as of right now are saying Chipotle. Okay. I believe you. I like Chipotle better than Qdoba. And part of the reason is that one time I went to Qdoba and they gave me a burrito ball instead of a burrito. And I had to roll it for them. Oh, that pissed me off. That still pisses me off. I mean, come on. How do you do that? Also, I responded to Jesse. I was like, and why the hell does Taco Bell suck at rolling burritos? It seems like I would say if I get 4 burritos, That's kind of my thing. 4 bean burritos. Probably not a good idea, but that's what I buy. 4 burritos. 3/4 are going to be gushing the sauce out at one of the ends, no matter what. And it just bugs the shit out of me. I'm like, how do you do this? It's because you're putting too much sauce in there. And I think it just bugs me. They could do a better job at it. But it is what it is. I still eat it. Hey, we got more coming from you guys. Plus, I don't want to talk about it. That's coming up next. But first, make 2023 the year you beat Vegas. Superbook Sports gives you the chance every week to go head-to-head with the best odds makers in Las Vegas. There's no fancy computer algorithms here, guys. No guys across the pond setting lines for American sports. Just the best team of odds makers in the business behind the counter at Superbook in Las Vegas. Plus, Superbook features some of the best odds boosts and promo bets anywhere. So go ahead, download the Superbook Sports Colorado app right now, or visit superbook.com and start your battle against Vegas right now. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-522-4700. Oh, man. You guys are disgusting. I look at some of these things that you guys sent in, and it's just, you guys are gross. I did put a poll out that said, what's more believable to exist, zombies or werewolves? And 48.8% say werewolves, whereas zombies are 51.2%. And I find that interesting. There was a episode I listened to of Mr. Ballin, who does strange, dark, and mysterious stories on his podcast. An amazing storyteller, the best storyteller out there. And he talked about this guy who lived. I need to just do an episode on it where I get all the notes. But I have never believed a werewolf story until I heard that story. And I'm like, holy shit. But that being said, that guy, Mr. Ballin, he tells such a good story. I believe anything he says. He could say that he's an alien lizard, and I'd be like, I believe it. And he's like, I have no proof. I don't have scales or anything like that. But you and I are actually brothers. You're actually a lizard person too. And I'd be like, I believe it. I believe you. So I think that's interesting. Zombies and werewolves, it's almost 50% split down the middle on that one. So that's interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that. So let me know if you disagree. dehuffuncensored@gmail.com. All right, you know what we need to do? I don't have an open for this yet, and I need to build an open. But you know what? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Jonathan, a guy named Jonathan Araiza, has a pet crocodile that he likens to having, basically a pet dog. He even lets it sleep with him. Okay, Jonathan, nobody's going to be surprised if one day we get the news that your pet crocodile chewed off your face. Nobody's going to be surprised. Anybody going to be surprised? Anybody? No? Yeah, you don't do that. My God. Why? Seriously, people, we just had that story about that zebra. Is it a zebra or a zebra? I've heard it both ways. That guy in Ohio whose zebra bit his arm and almost ripped it off, which, by the way, I forgot to tell you, they had to shoot the thing dead because it was just so pissed off at the world. You don't treat animals like that like they're house pets. It's going to backfire. The zebra situation backfired. The zebra died because of that guy in Ohio wanting a pet zebra. Jonathan, who thinks that he can have a pet crocodile snuggle up with him in the middle of the night in his bed, thinks that that's a good idea. It's a good idea until it fucking eats you or at least mangles you. My God, but I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. An Oklahoma woman has her ear nearly ripped off by a neighbor's pet monkey. Oh my God, what the hell? Now that poor lady needs plastic surgery. Now, this wasn't her fault that I could read. I didn't see it. Not like she went over there and was like, "Let me see your monkey. I want to pet your monkey. Give me a monkey." As far as I could tell, the monkey escaped and it just attacked her and ripped her ear off, or nearly ripped her ear off. Don't have monkeys as pets. Again, guys, don't have crocodiles. You don't have tigers, lions, zebras, or pet monkeys. They're not pets. Jesus, my God. Fucking annoying as shit. It just bugs me. Guys, they're wild animals. Speaking of the crocodiles, my daughter last night, she's going to bed. She's like, "Hey, can we look at TikTok and look at some, crocodiles or alligator videos?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Going through them, not even thinking about this. All of a sudden, there's this lady walking there's a lady with her two dogs by like a little creek or pond or whatever, and the one dog jumps. It's like a little dog. It jumps in the middle of the water, and then all of a sudden you see the crocodile chomp down on it, and the lady is screaming, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I swipe up, and my daughter starts crying, and I'm like, this is your fault. No, I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh shit, I should have thought about that, because I was just thinking about not them eating anything. I was just seeing them walk around, because there's videos of giant crocodiles or alligators, whatever it is, on golf courses and stuff like that. I was not thinking about them eating small animals, small house pets. But Jesus. Anyway, don't do that. Let me make the mistake so you don't have to. A mom goes viral on TikTok for revealing she named her baby after her deceased family dog. Now, at least the dog's name wasn't like Sparky or, Mr. Toodles or something like that. The dog's name was Miles. But that being said, come on, man. You can't name your children after your animals, your pets. That's used up. You can't. I can't. I just sit there and I'm trying to think. If I had a dog named Jackson before my son was born, I'd be like, I can't name him Jackson. I got to think of a different name for my son. Right? Am I wrong on that? No, I'm not wrong on that. I'm not at all. If you think I'm wrong, you can eat a bag of dicks, but you can also vent to me, dehuffuncensored@gmail.com. Scott, you're wrong. My son's name is Mr. Giggle Pants. And he is named after a long line of Mr. Giggle Pants poodles. Okay, you got me. People, seriously, let's backtrack real quick. You don't have dangerous pets as animals. You don't have dangerous animals as pets. Stop doing that. It's ridiculous. I guarantee you, we are going to see that Jonathan guy in the news within a couple months, because his crocodile tried to bite his arm off, or, rip his face off. Guarantee it. And if you know that Jonathan guy, he probably is going to read a lot of social media shit and people saying the exact same thing I'm saying, and he's going to hopefully smarten up and actually go, you know what, that's a good point. He's going to rip my face off. And then he'll hopefully quietly just stop doing it. It's going to end badly. It's a dangerous animal. Don't act like it's not. Think about it. Use your common sense. I know a lot of us don't have common sense anymore. It's 2023. Common sense is out the door. I was going to do a poll about aliens, but then I'm like, I think our heads are all spinning from a lot of this alien news, and in trying to decipher is how much of this is another country fucking with us, in how much of it is our own country. Just, I don't know. I'm so confused. So I'm going to lay off that for a little bit until we get some more info. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the podcast. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you smiled a little bit. Hopefully Mr. Anonymous, whoever that guy is, hopefully he didn't damage you too much. But now what's sad is next time you use the restroom, you're going to be thinking of that one. Oh, Anonymous, you son of a bitch. How did you know I go side to side and swirly swirl? So gross. Ugh. Now you're going to be looking at everybody and be like, are they a FB or BF or SS? I don't know. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share it with your friends, please. Thanks so much to Superbook Sports Colorado, as well as Blake Street Tavern. They're at 23rd and Blake in downtown Denver. And of course, 1876 Apparel. Go check them out. I'm going to put the link in this podcast details, so that way you can just click on it or copy paste it and then put it in your browser, and then you can see the DeHuff picks. And if you buy something from the DeHuff picks link, it will give me credit, and that money will go towards upgrading the podcast. So I appreciate that. If you could please support the podcast and support a Colorado company in 1876 Apparel. So two birds, one stone type of deal. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Don't forget to smile today if you could. If you can't, well, force it, okay? Fake it. Fake it till you make it. Am I right? I'm right. It's the Huff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.